Hello everyone. Look at us too. We are flying
Hello.
today. We're just loading into Flight Sim 2020. I guess you guys know it came out at some point. I guess you guys have similar interests in us, as us. We'll be loading in Las Vegas. 26 right today and going out to the east towards the Grand Canyon. And just fly around some.
This is my first time flying a jet in Flight Simulator 2020, so we'll see how I do. I hope my panels and everything work.
I'm loaded in, by the way.
You're loaded?
Yeah, I'm loaded.
Yep, I'm in as well. Yeah, so you can only see Josh's screen. I'm gonna fly a citation.
You're inside me, which means I can see you.
You can? Ah, cool.
Let me...
I might stick with the external view because I gotta buy some gauges to get up here.
What I'm currently doing, by the way, is
I
out
want to
of...
see IAS.
What I'm currently doing is out of procedures, but whatever. I want to see you. Please don't reverse using the reverse thrust in plane.
How can I turn down the sound so I can hear you?
Audio.
Settings?
Just...
Audio? Wait. Where is audio settings?
No. Go to the taskbar and then go to the small audio thingy on the bottom right. Right click, open volume mixer. That's the old Windows 7 volume mixer.
Where?
Taskbar?
Top bar.
Taskbar.
Taskbar. Oh, yes. But can I...
Bottom right, the small sound icon, right click, open volume mixer, and then just put Flight Sim down. You could do it in game, but it's just more precise today.
Volume mixer. Yeah, Windows. Dropbox popped up. Here's volume mixer.
What do you want to fly at? 5 to 10,000 maybe?
Yeah.
And that's a heading of...
Sweet, that's cool.
90. So guys, if you have any questions, we can answer all of it today.
Over Macau? That's quite a distance. I don't know if... In fact, not today. Yeah, I think we're going to head over the Grand Canyon today. I'm out of Las Vegas, so it's a familiar area to me. Sorry, I'm still messing with my sound settings.
No problem.
Say something for me?
Test?
Yeah, much better. Sweet.
I'm just making sure the plane is correctly set up. Flight number in use, I don't care today. GPS primary. So I'm flying Arthur. Okay, first off, Arthur is not flying the A320, but you see the A320 on my screen for him. That's just because FS doesn't really know which plane to put, and it just takes the A320 by default. He's actually flying the Citation jet. Private jet. I'm flying in the A320. In the A320 Neo, and specifically the A320 NX mod. That's a mod, it's on GitHub, it's an open source mod made by a bunch of people in the community. Really great mod. Basically just improves on all the system and makes stuff really, really cool.
I hope that when I take off that my autopilot panel is going to work here. I'll be pretty upset if it doesn't. But on the ground, I'm not showing anything.
I programmed in 10,000 feet, 90, heading 90, and speed 250 for the moment. But we can always change.
Alright.
Right turn after departure or left?
Out of here, let's take a left turn. Actually, let's take a right turn and fly over the strip.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go. I'm already getting planes behind me trying to land on 26 right.
Cleared to land runway 26 right, American 1475. Cleared ILS runway 26 right, approach American 1484.
Just FYI, I don't fly these in real life. I only fly single engine props, so cut me some slack.
I don't own. Who's a good girl just asked. Where the fuck are you going?
Yeah, right?
Who's a good girl just asked. I don't own. I said I don't own MSFS because my computer sucks. Yeah, I'm currently streaming and rendering the game from the same system, and the runway texture you can really see the tests.
I'm doing my best not to hit the airport. I didn't even stay on the runway.
Yeah, I saw it. You just veered off to the right.
Yeah, it's like my my rudder is messed up. Either that or I wonder if my throttle is only giving me one engine. It is. I've only got one engine on. So that was a single engine takeoff. No wonder we are veering to the right. How do so can I get into controls from here to bind? I gotta bind my throttle to both engines.
Yeah, just
and I
go
won't
to
crash?
controls. Yeah, you're literally paused in that time.
Not just sit there?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't see you in that time though.
So
I would just
surely
fly
I can.
northwest.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me a sec because yeah, like I'm full throttle, but I'm only getting a single throttle. Is there not a all throttles?
ATC, just tell me I'm out of your airspace, man.
There is
Oh, never
no
mind. I can still see you.
throttle 2. So there's no single. I can't just put on.
There must be a single throttle. Just search for throttle or something.
Yeah, everything's. Oh, there's a throttle axis. There we go.
Hey, frequency change approved.
Las Vegas Tower, A1 frequency change.
Now we're actually going to have both engines. That's going to make flying around a little bit easier.
Going to 127.6.
Save.
1475.
Let's not dive.
I'm somewhere in front of you. I think you can see yourself on my screen.
Yeah, I see ya. Yeah, now that I have two engines, it should be a little bit easier. Flaps, good. And where are you headed? 10,000 at a 287. See if my autopilot.
I'm just turning around, but I'm completely on VFR. That SkyWest is doing something very SkyWest, I guess. I love the AI in FS. It's great. It's somewhat done. So I'm turning east now.
Of course, my autopilot doesn't work in this airplane. Is that for real? This is why I like my Max. Everything just works. Like seriously, why? How do my panels just not work?
Well, you're using some random third-party panels on some random.
No, these are
third-party.
These are SciTech. They're SciTech panels. They're what everybody uses. These are like the go-to panels. They're SciTech ProFlight panels. I've got a radio stack, I've got autopilot, I've got a throttle and switch panel, and then I've got a gear and switch panel over here with avionics controls, magnetos.
By the way, I'm now turned east, going over the strip. You're somewhere over there.
Interestingly, I see on your screen you can see me. Yeah, I'm just passing 10,000.
The clouds look awesome. By the way, look at the shadows on my screen.
It's also super realistic too.
There's also some rain on your northeast, so you may see some rain the next couple of hours.
Yeah, it's been looking like that most of the day.
By the way, some questions. Payload slot channel asks where we are flying. We are flying to just east of Las Vegas, going somewhere to the Grand Canyon. And Yuri just wrote somehow yesterday after the stream I found a few unlucky guests stuck in my storage, which I actually saw.
Yeah, I don't see you light up on my my screen like you did.
I can see you.
Actually, I saw a citation jet just like this landed North Las Vegas yesterday. It was sweet. Looks like this cloud ceiling's about 12,500. Yeah, it's weird. I don't see you. Do you have a setting set up to be able to see your group members or something?
Nope, should just work. But I've actually had some issues at some points. Not quite sure why, but sometimes people just disappear for a minute or two.
It would be super cool if my autopilot worked. Yeah, I don't see you at all. I don't know how to... Like, I don't get the same thing you do where you can... Where you see, like, a big lit-up thing in the sky.
Really weird.
I know roughly where you are, but...
I've got my Vfr Map open, you can always see where I'm going around.
Yeah, I also have no freaking autopilot. That is redonkulous.
Arthur trying to fly a plane.
Autopilot worked fine in the, whatever I was flying yesterday. Makes me want to unplug it and replug it.
The TBM, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair guys, if you haven't ever flown a specific plane, it's pretty hard to get everything right. That's why I'm definitely flying the A320.
Normally I fly prop planes, but I wouldn't be able to keep up with them. It's also annoying I can't see you. I can see you on your screen. You can see me on your screen.
Gotta speed up a little bit.
My max is about 300. I'm around 250, but I'm hand flying.
I mean, I'm around 150, so... Gonna speed up to like 250.
I don't even have you in sight.
I got you.
I don't know how the autopilot would not work in this airplane.
Or the plug-in not set up for it.
It's weird, I actually have indications today on the panel, whereas yesterday I didn't have any indications on the panel, but I had them in-game as I would expect. Let's see if I switch views to the.
Grand Canyon is just the Colorado River, isn't it?
Grand Canyon is going to be to our southeast.
The KGCN is probably the Grand Canyon Airport, right?
Yeah, I think that is right. Actually, I don't have.
I'm flying directly towards the Grand Canyon then, and I lost you.
There must be, apparently my avionics switches are not, there must be additional avionics switches here. Avionics master is on. Oh, I rebooted it. Now I think I've got autopilot. This is the buggiest game I've ever played. And that's saying a lot. Back to external view.
Oh, that's an interesting bug. I was wondering why OBS doesn't record the cursor correctly. Turns out if you in my top left part, on the first 1080p part of my 4K screen, it does correctly take the mouse, but when I'm in the right or bottom section, it just doesn't correctly translate it over.
Sweet. I've got autopilot, and I even get the heading readout on my panel all of a sudden. That didn't work yesterday. It does today. I still don't get a cursor for you, though. So
yeah,
tell me where I'm at. You can't
too.
see me at all?
Nope.
How do I pull up a VFR map?
Do you see this top bar here?
Yeah.
One
map.
of those is Vfr Map.
VFR map.
Who's a good girl? You can see my. No, you can. This plane.
So
is
I
me.
can't see you on. I can't even see you on the VFR map.
Nope. The VFR
That's
map is
stupid.
The VFR map is just like the ATC. It's single player basically.
What's the even point then?
So this plane is me, the big one, and the Colorado River is just down here.
Oh, I'm substantially. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
Ah, I got you.
Yeah, I'm a good bit further ahead.
You're a bit way too far south, also.
Grand Canyon should be to the southeast, right?
If I'm looking at this, the Colorado River is basically the Grand Canyon, right?
Yeah, but it's. We're looking for it in Arizona. It should be. Right, it's downstream. I'm terrible with
That would be
geography.
upstream. Well, I'm pretty good, so let's just follow me.
Fair enough. I'm gonna get on autopilot here, now that I have it.
I'm gonna take my phone and take a look.
Yeah, this is where flight or something. So in real life, you would never get up here and be like this, but. Sweet. So, gonna maintain 10,000. Oh, this is great with the panels working. Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, just check. The Grand Canyon is exactly basically the Colorado River made the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, over millions of years. Vertical speed, no vertical speed. 10,000. Yep, we're
Hey,
good.
His head just turned on. What's this tonight? So tonight we are doing a flying stream. We're just flying out from Las Vegas out towards the east, towards the Grand Canyon.
Just kind of messing around. Probably have a beer here in a little bit.
And
I'm
as
just having
always,
a good-
we are answering all the questions. SimCasino, Sim Airport, whatever. Whatever you want to ask.
Yeah. Yeah, Jim's
Uh,
actually just went up yesterday.
Is that you? About 3 o'clock?
I think.
You're at 10,000?
Yep.
It has to be you. What's your speed?
250.
Oh, that's probably you then.
And exactly 90 degrees cool.
That is you.
Damn, look at the clouds in front of us. Do you have live weather?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you probably have the same cloud layer.
Yeah, it's about. This is how it's looked all morning. It's been pretty gloomy looking out to the east. But it's always like this. It doesn't really rain here. It always looks gloomy, and then there's mountains all around Las Vegas in a valley, and so you don't really hardly ever get anything. My wife hates that too.
Also very annoying with Flight Sim. You can set it to live weather, but you can't edit live weather.
I'm
So I can just put that one higher.
my max airspeed here is about 300.
I'm
So-
at 250. So yeah.
Okay.
Also air temperature is getting low. Right. If we fly close to those clouds. Ah, thanks for putting on probe and window heat. FS.
Oh, this is a smoking flight. We're back in the 80s, and back in the 80s, you could smoke in the airport. You definitely smoked on the flights. It was like a rite of passage.
By the way, did
I'll even
anyone
put-
correct
Screens.
the game on Twitch? Rip Arthur. I might just hide him for the moment. Paylines, I think the interior is still not modeled. As you can see, you can just look right through it. But I guess the guys of the A320 NX mod are probably going to add it at some point. I know the same team is working on an A380 and they definitely added seats. So I guess it's gonna come at some point. Having to rejoin the meeting. 1 second, we get Arthur back in a second. Arthur? Hello. I think he can still not hear me.
I think I'm back.
Yeah, you're back. Just need to enable your screen again.
Yeah, I had to switch back to.
Mac. So we're too cheap to pay.
You're too cheap for what?
This is a smoking flight, though. Now I'm definitely gonna need a
What
cigarette.
you were broken up. You're too cheap to what?
We're too cheap to pay for Zoom, so it cut us off. Cut us off at 40 minutes of Zoom or something.
By the way, your plane didn't crash, right?
No, I did not crash.
Okay. I'm descending a little out of the clouds,
If anything, I would ascend.
but we want to see stuff.
This is true. Okay.
Going down to 7,000.
MVA is probably around that, but okay.
I don't really care. I just go down until GPWS tells me I should go up again.
That's one way to fly. That's not the way I normally would do it, but hey, we can. It's actually fairly clear too. Well,
We're good on
Speeding.
8,000. Yeah, we're good on 8 or 9,000 even.
I'm at 8,000, and it's pretty nice.
We're gonna go down to 8,000 too.
Where the hell did my lighter go?
Oh, there's some planes
Declaring an
in the clouds.
emergency. Declaring an emergency. There's no lighter in sight.
What's the fuel remaining in souls on board?
One soul. Not much fuel left.
Well, that's more souls than I have.
Oh, I found it. All right, I'll just take priority handling from here. Let's see. You are a little bit in front of me.
Yeah, I can see you now. And you can see me now?
It doesn't show me any info. It doesn't show that you're my friend or anything. But I can tell that you're my friend. Because you're the only other doofus out here flying at 8,000 feet. And it sure looks like the train is probably right around 6,000 feet.
Nope.
Pretty drafty, too.
Must be lower than 5,500 because my radar starts to fall out at 2,500.
Wow, I'm getting tossed around out here.
Really?
Yeah, crazy up and down drafts over the gorges.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'm flying on external cockpit to have the view a little bit better on screen. And you don't really see it because the external camera is not perfectly centered on the plane, but tries to smooth it out a little bit. So you don't really see all the stuff.
Actually, I'm on external. I see it pretty good, but I'm not on free roam. But I can see aircraft is all over the place. I'm getting altitude gains and drops of 500 feet. I had to slow down too because of the drops.
What's your speed now?
So seatbelts, everybody. About 235, 240.
Okay, gonna slow down then too.
Yeah, you're clearly a little
The
faster than.
The Airbus doesn't really care about this kind of stuff. So I'm down to 235.
I'm actually gonna climb back a little bit.
I want to do a left turn in a second and just follow the Colorado River upstream.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Boy, it's cloudy over here.
Yeah, pretty thick ceiling.
Are we gonna lower system requirements anytime soon for SimCasino?
They're already pretty
Probably.
low.
Yeah, they're relatively low. I mean, basically, you need a good GPU, and for a sim game, it's pretty tough to do You're gonna need a decent CPU.
I generally like to say the more CPU power you have, the bigger the casino is. It's the same with Sim Airport. More CPU equals bigger airport. Same with Factorio. More CPU means bigger factory. It's always the same with. So the minimum issue is just the graphics card. I've heard from some people that 2 gigabyte VRAM graphics card actually work in some, but we can't guarantee.
Speeding again.
Left turn. Let's say 0 degrees. That's speed. I should leave that.
How big is my setup? It's not that big. I've got I think it's called a Wheel Stand Pro or something. It's kind of cool. I put this together almost 10 years ago now, probably 7 or 8, 9 years ago. I've got a yoke. I've got 4 SciTech Pro flight panel things. You're seeing Josh's plane.
Yeah, by the way, I've got my lovely joystick.
And I don't think did you make the turn?
What?
Oh, you're making the turn.
Yeah, I'm
I
turning
see.
over. You just turned faster than me.
Yeah, so my setup's not that big. It's the key thing though is I can't fly without actual switches. It's just not even. It's not fun. I don't want to be looking around a cockpit for a virtual cockpit trying to click on fucking buttons. I want to be able to literally rotate my knob and be able to change things, even just throttle. The ceiling is a little lower up here. I'm gonna have to come down, but
Yeah.
oof,
Airspeed
it is turbulent.
Live just wrote on Twitch who didn't change the title. Yeah, I guess no one did. Are you logged in on Twitch, Arthur?
I'm not, and I only have one mouse, so I hit a button and I can switch between my computers, but I can't. Then I lose audio, and it's a pain in the ass. So
Yeah.
no, I'm not gonna be. But if you're watching on Twitch or Steam or anything, we like you, and you can ask us questions on YouTube.
We are technically streaming Flight Sim, but we're mostly here for SimCasino talking.
Yeah, well, we can talk about anything. We're grown men. Actually, this is beautiful. I've never. First off, the graphics in this game are just ridiculous. The terrain and even the houses. Joshua found my house the other day, flying over in his A320. It's really gorgeous up here, though. But I must be 25 miles ahead of you.
Yeah, I just sped up to 250. I went slower because you were slow, and then you took the shortcut on the turn, and now you're way ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm down to 6,000, but I'm gonna have to climb. The cloud, it's pretty cloudy, and I'm about to be IFR. Yeah, I'm
Ground
gonna.
spoilers, huh? Also, no smoking in my plane.
See if I can descend, but I'm just about in the clouds.
Slight right turn in a second here. Follow the Colorado River upstream.
Roger that.
I'm gonna speed up a little bit more just to catch up with you.
Yeah, especially 'cause I'm not sure if I've got GPWS on this or not. I'm getting tossed around though.
Yeah, me too. It's just the Airbus doesn't care.
Yeah, luckily you don't have passengers, or you'd be hearing them all screaming about right now, probably. Let's go ahead and come back around to the right.
Turning this.
Flying
Turning 3-5.
035.
Yeah, you're really low, by the way, for me.
Yeah, I'm at about 6,000 and descending. It's pretty cloudy up here. It's actually potentially more cloudy for me than for you.
Yeah, it seems like, because you're way lower than me. By the way, you're gonna hit some rocks in a minute.
That means I will ascend.
Yeah, you should ascend now.
Luckily, we've got lots of power in this bad boy.
Payland's just wrote.
Oh.
I first bought this game in 1997 and couldn't figure out how to take off. Gave up. I got my
Yeah.
first flight sim. In like, I think I first played it in 2004, or the 2004 version. I couldn't get shit done, and I just learned stuff one by one, like the smallest things. And I flew a lot on the FSX a couple of years back, on the base game 737. And then I just started with the FS 2020 now, and I had to relearn basically everything, because Airbus just plays completely different.
I got into flight sim because I was working on getting my private pilot's license, and I'd enjoyed it as a kid, but not like I didn't have panels or anything. Yeah, your cloud cover is totally different. I wonder if it's your graphic settings or something. But at 10,000 feet, I am in the gray. I'm actually gonna ascend up above.
Just change the weather. If you haven't set it to live weather, you can always pick weather and change it.
I always set it to live weather.
Live weather or preset live weather?
I guess I don't know the answer to that question.
Just open the weather tab and then you can see if it's set to live weather up here. You can switch it around. Then you set it to preset live weather, and then you can set up whatever you want, whichever weather. If you set it to live weather itself, then you just get the live weather, and you can change it.
I crashed.
How did you crash so fast?
I overstressed the aircraft.
Well done.
Damn it. It's because I was IMC.
You were what?
I was in the clouds and I did what the cause of most crashes is. I was VFR flight into IMC conditions.
Dang, I'm getting some wing flex now too. By the way, you can, if you go back to main menu, you can just start in the air.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do I start by you?
Just click somewhere close to me.
It'll show me where?
I don't know, but you see my map, so just find the place.
Yeah, you see, what is that? K.
Switch over to non-live weather first.
Okay. What's that airport down there?
So there's KGC, and that's Kilo for USA Grand Canyon, and there's PGS. I don't know what that is. You can see the. Wait, I'll go on stream. You can see the river, Colorado River, going up, and I'm somewhere in the middle of those two.
Okay. I will say, somebody mentioned this earlier, but the music. So I was telling my wife about the music. I swear the music reminds me so much of the movie Lone Survivor and the music that's in Lone Survivor.
The music in FS?
Yeah, like the menu music. Sorry, what was that airport again?
Bottom right is KGCN.
KGC.
Kilo Gustav Charlie, November. I don't. Is Gustav correct? Fuji?
No, golf.
Ah, Golf. Yeah, right.
Golf Charlie November.
Yes.
I don't have that. Okay, CG. For some reason, that's not an airport I'm allowed to take off at. What else you got?
I mean, you can just always go onto the map and find this place.
Oh, okay. I see. I didn't know that. Oh, I see you on the map too.
Oh, lovely.
So we're still learning.
Did you change weather?
I can actually set you as departure.
Oh, lovely. With your load time, I'm gonna be ahead a little bit, but should be fine.
Yeah, and I'll jump in an Airbus, I guess.
You're probably a little bit safer with it.
As long as my controls work. Airborne.
There's a lot of canyons around here.
Oh, I didn't change the freaking weather. Yeah, well, it's called the Grand Canyon for a reason. It's a Grand Canyon, a big one.
By the way, if you didn't change the weather, oops. Do you see my screen?
Yep.
Button right there. Rain on PFD. Sorry, Indy. So you don't fly into anything.
Yeah, I'm getting a little different weather over here. Let's see, camera, external.
I mean, Baylands, you say that so funnily, but if you haven't ever heard of the Grand Canyon or ever seen the Grand Canyon, and you'd just be around here, you'd look at this and say, "Oh, that's a lot of canyon." Oh, I see you. You're way too fast.
Yeah. Where do you see me? To your...
I'm to your
Still
left.
don't. Yeah, still don't have the bug showing you, but it's all right. All right, let's get autopilot dialed in here.
At some point, I actually started just printing some stuff and making an autopilot panel myself.
Yeah.
Didn't go for too long.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Same thing. I was looking at my panel and IMC.
Yep.
And yeah, the weather is brutal. I can't see a damn thing.
Damn, yeah, the weather is really bad here. Getting thrown around in the Airbus too.
I'm in the same plane. I can't see anything though. Coming out of 13,000 feet and I see nothing but houses. Anybody know what movie that's from?
I don't.
In the movie, he's actually coming out at, I think, 8,000 feet. And he sees nothing but houses.
I'm gonna
And
do this turn and then change the weather a little bit.
Yeah, I actually need to change weather too. I need to be able to see.
So where do I go to change weather? General?
No, you open this top bar, like I said again before, and weather.
All of a sudden, I came back in and now the weather's different.
Hmm.
I hit escape, and then I came back, and now I can see plain as day everywhere.
Ah, maybe I'm
Looks-
controlling the weather for both of us.
Oh yeah, you changed. I was gonna say I'm seeing exactly what you've got now. Well, that makes everything a lot easier.
No shit. I'm gonna be honest, this is actually pretty boring, not usually. By the way, you're behind me. So when I fly...
I can't see you.
Oh, that's bad. I'm gonna just fly straight over this part.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me where you're at.
I'm somewhere in front of you.
Fair enough. That's all I need to know.
I mean, you can speed up. Just don't be too fast. And break the plane again. I think you're 3 clicks behind me. Now you're coming closer. I'm just above the small outcrop over here.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Paylance, I actually did that a couple of days ago. Just Las Vegas, Phoenix.
Strange, but it's like the autopilot. It's like there's lag between my panel and what the autopilot's actually getting.
Always possible.
Where are you at?
Still about 3 clicks in front of you. I've got my Vfr map open in the bottom left. Just you can open that too and see yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm flying the wrong direction here.
You have to go upstream, not downstream. Grand Canyon is starting to open up, by the way.
In real life?
Over here, where I'm currently at.
Oh, it's... Yeah, well, then I think this turns into the Rockies, basically.
No, they are way more north and south and west. Okay, maybe just north.
I thought, yeah, my geography's terrible, but... No, I thought...
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure the Colorado is what,
Yeah, I'm not completely sure. It seems like it.
Yeah, I think the other planes from FlightAware are similar database. It's like
database.
live random traffic.
It's not random, it's actual live traffic.
Yeah, it's not random. It's real traffic that it's on FlightAware on basically from ATC or from ADSB transponders.
I flew out of Edinburgh one day, out of the UK, and I saw a Ryanair on the approach, and I took a look at Flight Radar, and for sure there was the same Ryanair with the same flight number, just about to land at Edinburgh. So yeah, the data is actually really correct, really
Yeah.
useful.
I've been noticing the same with aircraft landing at North Las Vegas Airport, which is pretty near me. You're right over the river.
Yeah.
Going through the river. Let's see.
You're pretty good
Yeah,
at following me, but you're still way behind.
Yeah, I'm probably 15, 20 miles back.
I can only see the 3.5 clicks. I think that's this. I don't know. Might be height too. Ah, never mind. Nah, height. That's not. Yeah, this is where all the crazy stuff is going on at my point now. If you take a look at my screen, where the huge as cliffs are.
Well, the stuff we flew over a little bit ago was really similar geography. Like really massive, like 1 or 2 mile deep trenches, basically.
And somewhere to the east of me now is the Grand Canyon City, Grand Canyon Airport. Ah, yeah, down here.
KGCN, yeah.
Yeah, there's a city. It's really great. I've seen it on Google Maps. There's a city literally placed on the edge of the cliff, and there's hotels on the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, I think it's fairly touristy at this point now, though.
Yeah, here's some stuff. Some liveness. Trying to figure out if you can see the runway, but I think it's too far back in the green. Can't really find it. But yeah, it's opening up a lot here. Huge.
What's the max cruise on this thing?
Height or speed?
Speed, 350-ish.
I think 0.88 Mach. I'm not too sure. Might be a little bit faster than that. Height, so altitude is 3000.
Yes.
FL 390.
I was just trying to dial in my auto throttle to see if I can catch up with you.
I'm still at 250, so if you want me to slow down.
You're
just
good.
let me
I'm
know.
at 350. I'm gonna cut you off anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm,
start turning left here soon.
Yeah, I'm
Probably right now.
gonna meet you right kind of in the middle. What's your altitude?
9,000 currently. I went up to fly over that one part back sometime. So I'm not the one that doesn't really care being in a virtual cockpit, so I'm basically always, actually, when I fly alone. I'm usually always flying IFR, airport to airport, and always inside cockpit.
I usually, normally I would want to be flying from in the cockpit, but I'm flying from an external view because you get all your gauges. I need to get some flight panels that have my gauges. I need at least to be able to see my engines and my airspeed, ideally my altitude. For a long time ago, I had it set up where I had a crappy old iPad that would actually display the gauges for X-Plane. It was actually pretty sweet.
Oh, I lost you.
I'm at 11,000 feet, but I should be coming up on you pretty shortly.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes you just lose the other person. The syncing isn't the best.
The what?
The multiplayer syncing. Synchronization.
Yeah. Yeah, what I really want to do is, I wish we could share a cockpit and both be flying one plane. I think that'd be cool. Although it'd probably get boring, but you could do IFR stuff and it would be a lot more fun.
Yeah, also with ATC.
Yeah, although you need to sign up for the Pilot Edge ATC, and it's so worth it. Although I don't know how much it is now. It is fantastic though. It's a much better experience.
Yahiko. And 123 just wrote, I love your games.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Sorry if we're boring you with some flight sim. Every now and then we need to de-stress and play some games ourselves too, though, which is actually quite a rarity for me. I rarely play games. It is. It's kind of nice though. This game is beautiful too. Should be seeing me come up on your about your 7 or 8 o'clock, and maybe 8 miles.
Like I said, I don't have you on sync currently. I've got one plane close to me, but that's not you.
Yeah, I think it is.
That up
That
there?
is me. The one to your, just to your west,
Oh,
I
might
believe.
be.
We'll see. I'm gonna turn to 080 heading.
I'm on 340.
And we'll see if
Oh, that might be you.
yeah, no, I'm going due east.
Hmm. Well, maybe it's you.
At 11,000 feet.
This is always funky looking. It seems like the Colorado River or the Grand Canyon is closing in again. But there's this huge terrain piece to the west of us.
It's a big plateau. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the plains. That's where the plains start. Like Plains. You should be seeing me pretty soon at your. I mean, I'm like.
Can you see me?
No.
Oh, I got you.
You do?
Yeah, you're behind me.
Where at? Am I?
Yep. I'm on course 340.
Turn into 04013.
Why 013?
Because you're ahead of me and I'm flying upstream. I'm flying north now. Is that not right?
What course are you flying now?
I was flying at 030, but now
Yeah.
I'm basically flying due north.
Yeah, I'm flying due north. Exactly 360.
I'm
What is this
doing
KGPA, by the way?
350. What's that?
What's that KGPA, by the way?
KGPA?
Sorry, KPGA.
It's not K. It's PGA.
Yeah, KPGA.
I believe that those are gonna. It's not KPGA. It's the other ones have K prefix. I don't know. I don't know if those are strips or if they're military.
I might take a look. But that one definitely has K.
I'm looking at PGA on my screen. There is no K prefix. I see K, GCN, TBC,
I've got it on mine.
PGA. Huh, that's weird. I wonder if it has to do with zoom level or something.
You might be seeing the VOR PGA, and I'm probably seeing the.
No, when you zoom out, if you zoom out a little bit, it pulls out a letter. It's weird. How far ahead of me are you?
H Municipal Airport.
I'm not sure I still even have you in. Are we still in a
Yeah.
group?
Yeah, I can see you, and I'm still ahead of you. By a good much.
Not sure how. I'm doing 350 on the nose. And what does that say? 3.5 miles?
Well, that's meters, but I think that's
Meter.
altitude, not distance.
No, that's distance.
You sure?
Altitude. Yeah, well, altitude. I'm at 11,400. Could be.
Do you know conversions?
Yeah,
Oh,
it could be.
you're getting closer to me, by the way. By
Yeah,
the
I
way,
would think so.
I'm also on a 020 course now.
I'm flying a 020. Actually, a 022.
But yeah, I can see your lights a little bit stronger now, so you're definitely coming up.
Is the
And is that number moving?
No, that number is definitely high. Go down
Yeah,
a
it
little
is
bit.
altitude.
Descend a little bit.
descending?
APGA has a 1,360. That's 4,300 feet. Enough for an Airbus? And I think they have another dam. It seems like on the Vfr map there's a lot of stored water. Like a huge, another huge water reservoir.
Yeah, there's a tons of reservoirs, but that's also why the whole side of the country has got water issues. Like the Colorado barely runs to the ocean anymore because it's dammed up everywhere because everybody needs water for irrigation.
Yeah. By the way, you are coming up on me now. You're on my right now. And going to overtake me.
Negative traffic. We're looking.
You're now close enough for the model to load in.
We're still looking.
Are you slowing down, by the way?
I'm not, but I will.
TKS. Oh, my TKS isn't on. Oh,
Down to 315 on the indicated airspeed.
Vfr on Twitch just said again. Game is wrong. Yeah, we forgot to switch it. We talk about
What's that?
SimCasino, but well, on Twitch the game settings wrong. It's still set on SimCasino.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, negative traffic.
I got you inside.
It's almost like my game forgot that I'm flying multiplayer.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. I'm not
This
sure
is
how.
such a buggy game. How do people sell games like this?
Well, it's the only modern simulator. Flight sim.
Yeah. I mean, X-Plane didn't have bugs like this, though.
It probably had at launch.
I mean, it had bugs over its time, but it was just continually updated and got better and better. Yeah.
By the way, I'm now on course 040. I think you're doing left turn, right?
I am taking a slight left to kind of making an S here to...
And that's zoom again. Let's see if Arthur crashes his airplane while trying to make it get a new zoom up. It's probably in the menu for the moment. Well, Vibros, the full call is down, so I can't. There's no chair to show. Sadly. I'm not a robot. And that's... And you're back.
I'm back.
Maybe we're gonna have to pay for it at some point.
By the way, I'm just flying over page municipal? I don't know. Airport. I think it's municipal.
Trying to get. Oh, there we go. Back in game.
Now you're completely desynced, by the way.
Yeah, it's like I would like to be
there
able
you
to
go.
see you.
I can see you again. You probably can see me again too now.
There's got to be some way to make sure that I can see my frickin' my friends. You would think. Let's see, where'd you go?
I'm flying over the reservoir now. I'm just northeast of Page. And I lost you again.
I'm here.
Hey, maybe you can see me now.
But it's like my game froze up. I think my game froze.
Completely?
Yeah, I don't seem to be able to. Oh, there it's back again. Just needed some time.
It has to think about stuff.
I'm pretty sure that if we shipped a game that was like this, like, I think people would cry foul. Yeah, and like my autopilot now is like desynced. It's like
Just-
my aircraft is.
Just
It's
put
on
everything to
autopilot.
0. And go back up. So I can see you. You're to the west of me. Paylands just wrote the reservoir we are flying above is Lake Powell. And he says it's great for lake houseboating. Sorry, it's a great lake for houseboating. It was the wrong way around.
Oh, now my autopilot works again.
I'm still just flying upstream.
I'm gonna speed up a little and try to see you if it'll let me. This is quite the lake, yeah. Oh, this is Lake Powell? I know.
Yeah.
I've got friends that come up here to, yeah, like wakeboard and basically to drink. I thought that it was further to the south.
Well, it's pretty much east, likely north of Las Vegas.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Havasu maybe.
You're being what?
I was thinking the lake to the southwest or southeast is I think Havasu. Lake Havasu. It's a much smaller lake. I didn't realize this lake's so big. It's freaking massive.
There's an interesting second big part coming up behind these hills here. It's funny how it's carved its own way, basically its own smaller Grand Canyon. Little Grand Canyon. And all that stuff is now used as reservoir. Just as space for the water.
Yeah, well, I mean, some theories are that this was all underwater to begin with, yeah? Is Lake Powell's a man-made? It's a reservoir?
Yeah, there's definitely a dam in front of it. Just
You saw it?
north. Yeah, just north of Page Airport. It's
I
not
must have missed it.
not Hoover Dam size, but a dam.
This lake, it actually looks modeled better than Lake Mead. It looks like you can tell the water level is down. When you fly over Lake Mead in this game, you can't tell. Like, Lake Mead is down 100 feet. Maybe a little more than 100 feet. So, like, you can see, like, these water lines, though, that are way above where the water is. Like, they've had to move marinas by, like, a mile. Like, because the water no longer reaches the marina.
To be fair, water lines in FS do have some problems. They are not perfect everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. We were talking about that yesterday. It seemed like Lake Mead, the water level was way too high.
London, for example, the Thames River had some real big issues. But I think they've started working on it. The next World Update, which should have come out 2 days ago, but for some reason it was delayed, actually fixes a bunch of stuff in Great Britain.
You have fuel usage turned off? I mean, flying this low, I've only used 3% of my fuel, but we're flying at 10,000 feet at 200 to 300 knots or so. Should
But
be
you're flying
chewing.
so fast.
Should be chewing through fuel though.
I'm turning north a little bit. Probably use 0 to 0 again. And
I should be right on you.
I can't see you at the moment, so we'll have to see. Once it's synced up again. I've got a fuel flow of 540 kilogram per engine per hour. So I can still fly 8 hours.
Seatbelts, no smoking. Screw that. Makes me want a cigarette.
Oh yeah, you're behind me, by the way. Can see you again. 0 to 0, by the way.
020. Coming on around to 020. Makes me want to go rent a Cirrus. I might have to do that.
I'm gonna take a real short break for the toilet. Back in a second. Don't crash anything.
I'll try not to. You never know with me, though.
Back in a second.
Alright. Yeah, why can't I see him? What's up with this buggy game? Yeah, I'm literally I should be about 1 mile, less than a mile back, and directly on your 6. Gonna have to leave a negative Steam review. Nothing like getting 30 hours of entertainment and complaining about it. I'm joking, by the way. But that is a running joke around here. Is for anybody watching on Steam, we're the developers of SimCasino, Sim Airport. We're just kind of messing around today. We're aviation fans. I'm just kind of bitching about negative reviews from people with 60 hours or something. So don't mind me. By the way, Paylines, I got your email. I'll gotta shoot you an email early next week, and we'll definitely have a drink. Welcome back, sir. Yeah, I'd be I'd love to come down to the strip and have a couple drinks. So I should be literally within a kilometer of you
You're pretty close to me, yeah.
on your 6. Like,
Yep. You're really close to
But
me
I-
now.
I see nothing, though. There is no traffic. Traffic not a factor.
Yeah, it really doesn't like to sync on your side. Really funky.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah. I guess with a plugin over VetSim or Pilot's Edge, it's probably better.
Pilot Edge is... Yeah, Pilot Edge is awesome. I cannot say how great it is. It's intimidating, though. I mean, it can be a little intimidating. But if you want to get good at the radios and like actually, if you wanted to get your license, if you just flew on Pilot Edge for 6 months, you should be able to go fly a Cessna, no problem.
Oh yeah, by the way, you should slow down a little. You're just coming up on me here.
So you say, I don't see shit. Traffic not a factor.
What I wanted to say is there's this huge second part of the lake here. It's really interesting. You saw the email Paylines sent over, right? That's what you were
Yeah, I
talking about.
Yeah, I was talking about it while you were using the facility. Yeah, I saw myself pass you there, but I don't see shit on my screen. You're not even on my mini map.
I think the minimap never shows other players.
Earlier, we were pretty sure it showed me.
Well, maybe.
I'm doing 325 indicated.
I'm still on 250.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah. That's why I told you to slow down.
Bump it up 290.
Currently taking a look if I can find any airstrip to land on.
Yeah, I was looking for the same thing. I can't zoom very far out on this. I should have got 4-flight up.
I got Sky Vector just up on the other screen. There is Hanksville, northwest of us.
What kind of runway we got?
Well, let me check.
What's my nearest suitable?
5,000 feet should be easy.
What is that?
What do you mean?
What airport?
That is Hanksville, KHVE.
KHVE. You got a vector for me?
I got in a second.
HVE.
Let me see.
I gotcha.
By the way, if you,
It's
I don't
gonna
know,
be
I don't know how good the
15 miles.
MCDU is for you, but direct. K HVE. Click. Direct. I'm gonna go direct there.
Yeah, it should be about a 3-3 heading, probably 330.
Yeah, 335 about for me.
Yeah.
And about 10 minutes out from now. 45 miles.
Yeah.
I think that's a good timing for today.
Yeah. You may have to help me land. Although this thing should be pretty straightforward if I'm on the speed, I suppose.
I don't have arrivals at all. So I'm gonna check the runways manually. I might want to ascend a little bit. There's a lot of terrain ahead. I'm gonna go up to 12,000 for the moment.
What runways do we have, or what runway?
Let me see. Like I said, I wanted to go up first before I fly into a mountain.
Yeah, me too.
We got 09er/27. That is asphalt in excellent condition.
Excellent. And
Yeah.
that's 5,000 feet.
5,000 feet, yeah. We also got 1735. That is dirt in fair condition. I don't even know why is that even listed. So yeah, 09er/27.
So we're gonna want 27.
Do you have
Last I looked at the wind, at least. I don't have it up, but last I looked, it was out of the west.
Yeah, I've got my wind indicates 270 perfectly. I'll probably land on 09er.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go straight north then, instead of following the direct, just to keep east of the airport and go around into it.
Indeed. What's the altitude of the field?
1 second. I already closed it.
That's a pretty key metric to know if we want to nail a final.
That is 09er 4,447 feet.
4,400.
About 4,4.
44 or 50.
For the Airbus, by the way, you want to land around 130, 140. You can go a little lower than 130, but just to keep it safe, 130 around. Or
What's the stall speed?
100 knots or something. It's ridiculously slow. You also cannot stall it, by the way. I don't know if you actually have the protection on in your end. I don't know if that's a modded thing. But you cannot stall it in normal law.
Yeah, I'm familiar with. I read NTSB crash reports all the time.
It's V alpha protection. It will just kick in and pull the nose down.
Yeah, it'll override. Yeah.
So you can't stall it. I don't know if that's enabled.
Well, that's
on your end.
famous last word, because that's how Air France ended up at the bottom of the ocean. They were pretty sure that they were in a stall, and so they just kept putting the nose down, and that leads to trouble.
We probably should already start descending. We're 26 miles out, about 5 minutes out of it. I'm gonna go down to about 7,000. Yeah, that's 2,500. For the flaps and all the stuff, the Airbus has
Flaps.
4 flaps.
Flaps too.
No, flaps full.
Flaps full.
Well, not now,
Or-
but on the approach, flaps full.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Flaps 1, then flaps 2, then gear
Yeah, no,
down,
I know how to fly a plane. I'm just not sure what the handbook is for this guy without pulling up a checklist. I don't know reverse thrust or brakes. I probably don't have anything configured for reverse thrust. I assume that my normal brakes are
You can
should
brake
get me
with
there.
just the brakes, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured. on a mile
Also,
long runway.
there's also brake, auto brake. Add that to medium, that will help.
I'm not in the cockpit though.
Also, are you descending?
I am. I'm down to. I'm coming down to 7,000 feet. If my autopilot wakes up.
Ah, you're still a little high.
Yeah, it hasn't attempted to bring me down at all.
But if you want, I can land first. And you just go a little bit of a right circle.
Yeah, it's
You
fine.
get done.
Number 2. I'm gonna go ahead and begin a turn to the west.
Oh, you're pretty far ahead of me. You may get there first.
I probably overshot here a little bit.
You probably have, yeah.
GPWS.
Gonna start to slow down now.
Yeah, I'm at 250. I'm coming around to 27. $270, but I gotta come back a little bit. Yeah, I probably am gonna end up number 1.
I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna go to approach speed. And let you go first.
Okay. How many miles out am I?
I don't know about the miles. But you're definitely ahead. Can you see the runway already?
I cannot. I'm trying to find it though.
I'm doing a 10-degree nosedive.
I'm pretty quick here. What'd you say, 170 on the speed?
130. 130.
Jeez, 30. That's like a Cessna.
Yeah.
Dang. It'd be a little fast for a Cessna, but jeez.
Like I said, stall speed is around 100.
I've got the field in sight.
I don't, but I'm in landing configuration. Flying 120 now.
Do you hand fly your
Yeah,
landings?
Yeah. You have to. You don't have auto. Well, you technically
how close
have
do you-
auto land, but yeah.
How close do you hand fly down to though?
On a normal IFR flight, you usually take over between 1,000 and 2,000. I'm already on manual flying though.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep behind you with. My IAS is lower than 120. Just to keep behind you.
believe that that's the field.
On some IFR flights, where I'm really heavily IFR, so basically no visibility, I take over at the earliest possible point. I think the worst I ever had was landing in Zurich, Switzerland. I had about 50 feet of visibility. Okay, never mind. I had visibility of the runway at 50 feet height.
Oh, that's minimums.
That is literally minimums. And the A320 doesn't have autoland yet. The modding team that's improving this plane started making the autoland system. And it partially works already. But it's not in the master version yet.
Kind of high here.
Yeah, I can see you. I cannot see the airfield yet. Ah, never mind. I've got the runway inside.
Pretty high.
Does this runway have puppy lights?
Not that I'm seeing yet. If it does, I'm way off the glide scope. This is what you would call an unstable approach. This is a go around. They're going around. Gear up. Flaps. Sorry. I missed.
No problem. I might just land.
Yeah. I may crash.
Did you
Yeah.
go full flaps up?
Yeah, but I've got no yoke control all of a sudden.
I see you
I
nosediving.
crashed. Yeah. For some reason, yeah, I was full flaps up. I was gear up.
Full flaps up after go around.
Yeah, toga.
Yeah, don't. You need at least flaps 1. At least. You can't go full flaps up on the Airbus after go around.
What is takeoff? Takeoff is 2?
No, 1.
Oh shit. Well, that pisses me off. I freaking hate
Well,
crashing.
at least you can see how well I land.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it was an unstable approach. I was way too high. I'm watching you. You would think all this gear I'd be able to put the freaking plane down.
All the what?
All this gear I've got, and I can't even land the plane. Yeah, you look a lot better than me. I was really high. You might be a little low.
Yeah, I don't have puppies. Which goes...
Yeah.
I'm having problems with that.
Yeah, you're low.
This airport doesn't really have any quality to it.
No, there's nothing at this airport. It's a single runway.
Ouch. That was way too heavy.
Oof, yeah. Did better than me.
The quality, holy shit.
It's like it's barely even a
It's barely
runway.
visible.
Yeah. Honestly, I swear it looked better on mine, but it wasn't.
Well, to be fair,
It was barren.
I'm currently on ultra low. Because
Oh,
otherwise
are
the
you?
stream would be... Yeah, the stream would be... having problems.
Well, one of the two of us made a successful landing. That's something.
No, that... Thanks, Payline, but no, that landing wasn't like that way. It was way too heavy.
Yeah, I thought he was. It wasn't bad. It wouldn't be one that I wouldn't give him a high five after it or anything. But
It was Ryanair landing, let's say it like that.
yeah, exactly. That's a good description. All right, let's call it a day. I'm gonna go probably build something.
Build something? What do you want to build? Your playground?
I don't know. No, not playground. I don't know. Maybe patch some drywall. Always patch some drywall. I don't know. It's nice out. Maybe do something outside. Worst case, I'll get back on the computer, but I'm gonna try to avoid that today. Let's see. How do we get out?
Can Arthur leave the simulator?
Yeah, it's like it's hard to believe I could program a computer and.
Well, to be fair, you've usually been working with Mac and not with Windows. And you've usually been flying small planes. I've only been flying the Airbus A320 Neo and specifically only the NX mod. So I know this plane in and out. So having this meh approach for me isn't really hard.
Here's the setup, by the way. So if you guys can.
Wait, I'm gonna put your. Wait. Put your big.
So it's nothing crazy or anything. Just some basic controls, really.
Some basic controls, really.
Yeah, well, it is. It's
He
basically
says-
just switches and
He's-
autopilots.
He says
And
has to go around and
radios.
crashes. Meanwhile, I'm making a meh landing with this.
Yeah,
Like I said,
this is true.
I'm used to this plane. So if you I think I'm at 70 hours now in FS, and I've mostly only flown this plane. So
Are you really? I didn't know you had that many hours. I only fly small aircraft. So yeah, I guarantee I can go toe to toe with them in a Cirrus or in a Cessna or something. But honestly, it's a lot easier to put these planes down too, because you're not getting tossed around. In a Cessna, you get tossed off course by 15 degrees on short final, and it's like you actually have to fly the plane. But yeah, I know all this nice gear, and I even go around and I still crash. Back to reading NTSB reports for me.
you can write your own NTSB report for yourself now.
Yeah, I think it was crew resource management failure, probable cause, probably human factors.
Maybe some beer.
No, I haven't had any beer yet. I'm ready for one, and well, tonight's date night, so
Indeed.
can't drink too much. But. All right, let's sign off of here. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry if we bored you. I know this is a unusual one, just flying around, but yeah, it's kind of fun, kind of relaxing until that last 5 minutes of crash.
Oh, the crash in the middle.
Well, I'm ignoring that one because that one was bullshit. I was IMC, and in real life, I'd never have gotten myself into the clouds on a VFR flight. Yeah. If you're watching on Steam store page, we are the developers of SimCasino, and it's a great game. You should pick it up. We're pretty good people, and we listen. And it's on sale. Also, if you haven't left a review, consider leaving a review. Thank you, Lurie. Nice to hear from you.
That's all I got. Back to you, Joshua.
Well, the normal stuff from me. Always. If you see the VOD, like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Even if it was a little bit boring today. I hope you all had fun watching. And if you want to see our unusual SimCasino content, or Sim Airport content, or even flyers at some point again, be sure to subscribe and follow us on Twitter. We usually announce stuff.
Yeah.
Lovely. See you all next time, and bye-bye.
Happy Valentine's Day to those celebrate it. Everybody have a very, very good weekend, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.